What is going on, Bulls Nation? We're back again for another video. Man, we just finished the game against San Antonio, and oh my God, Doug McDermott brings me flashback. But yeah, it was a tough game to watch. We got pick and rolled to death. Just show you the holes of this team. Again, we're not gonna win every game. I get that, but I thought we turned the corner of the good teams wins games that they're supposed to win. We split those games. And I understand, again, we have some injuries. But I also understand we have a fringe, we have a starter in the All Star team. We have definitely two All Stars, and maybe Vooch is going to be an All Star. Who knows? We shouldn't be losing games to these teams anymore. I think we turned that corner. We are not an emerging team. We're the second seed. And if we want to be in the top four, we have we just have to win these games. We just have to. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough along the way here. But with that being said, there are some positives again. I thought we showed some decent defense there. Like the offense, for whatever reason. Well, obviously the offense is decent because we scored like 120 points, something like that. But boy, we're giving up a lot of points. And the rotation, we're getting beat at the top, which Ayo is a good defensive player. I wouldn't say he's great, but logging this many minutes, I believe his defense is kind of falling off a little bit. Our front court, we know they're not that good defensively, right? We got Vooch and Javante is pretty good, rotation wise, but DeRozan, Zach, Vooch, this is our concern in the beginning of the season. And then I believe maybe Lonzo and Caruso kind of mask that because they are like dogs hounding on the top. So by the time what happens is the opposing team is swinging the ball side to side, and before you know it, the shot clock is down, so that we get away with that. But those guys are not in the lineup right now, and we are getting exposed. Like we're giving up too many points. For the most part, we are winning because we can score. But when the shots are not falling, when we're playing, hero ball and all that stuff, that's where we get in trouble, and we should stop doing that. We really should. And with that, I mean, we're gonna play Portland, which is decimated with injuries as well. So we need to win that game because the next few games are gonna be tough. We can slide all the way down to fifth seed in a few days if we're not careful. And the way we are constructed currently, we need all the help we can get. Home court advantage and all that stuff. I know we're talking about, hey, we should just worry about, getting into the playoffs healthy. I mean, how are you really going to do that? Not play basketball? I mean, Derrick Jones Jr. was injured and got injured. What the Bulls need to do now is address those holes. We are not good defensively. And this is what we're talking about. This is the fear in the beginning of the season. We just gelled way too easily, in the beginning of the season. We string a bunch of games, which is great, but now it's showing, and we have to address it. I'm not sure if it's just the power forward that we're missing or we need some perimeter dogs to hound those, people bring the ball down, hedging the pick and roll. I don't know because there are certain moments where Vooch seems lost. There are moments that Vooch is the only one rebounding. There's no box out. Javante brought in, some well-needed energy off the bench. Not off the bench, but like outside of our big three, the previous game. But it can't be just Javante all the time. Guys like Tyler Cook, they need to step up. This is what they were brought in for. If we can't get it from them, then cut your losses. I mean, those guys were not guaranteed, I believe. Waive them, trade them, use this as a bit. I mean, I wish we do have Daniel Theis right now or somebody like Daniel Gafford. I think we all wish that because at least you can get away because our guards are getting beat. And when they get beat, no one's meeting them at the rim. No one is, and not even making it hard for them. And then sometimes Vooch would kind of make it hard for them, but no one's going to help Vooch on the other side to get the rebound. So when he does help out, show up on those pick and roll, try to block the shot, uh, no one helps him out. So that what happens? We give up way too many offensive rebounds, and sometimes even in this subpar team, the scoring of DeRozan and Zach doesn't matter. You know, if you give up 125 points to the San Antonio Spurs, I mean, it's gonna be tough to win games. And no, this is not an overreaction to the loss. Those guys are not gonna be back for another couple of months. I think Lonzo just got his surgery today. Uh, Best case scenario, maybe he'll be back in, I don't know, 6 weeks, and that's a month and a half, and a lot could happen. We can slide all the way down uh, to number 5 seed, maybe even 6th, if we continue this path. And they need to do something. And I'm not talking about major moves. Some moves that would, fortify not just the front court, just defense in general. I think we have enough offense. And I think the problem is sometimes when their shots are not falling because they spend way too much energy on defense because they get out of position. There's no easy shots because there's no fast break points. And that's the problem because we can't get a stop. And that gets lost in the translation. And now we spend way too much energy doing one-on-ones. If they can't get a decent guy to help us on the front court, get somebody like a big guy who's a specialty just to hound the ball, kind of like Caruso. Caruso can provide offense. I mean, maybe we won't get somebody like that, but somebody would disrupt this offense. I don't know, but even our wins are too close against the Thunder, and we can't do that. We can't not against these teams because that's why we get blown out when we play teams like good teams. We get blown out because we barely win against subpar team, and now we get faced again 76ers. Oh no, it's gonna be a massacre. But hey, through thick or thin, right? We stick with the Bulls. Let's see what's gonna happen. The trade deadline is about 2 weeks from now. Again, I don't think we need to make some major moves, but we need to make some moves. Sign some free agents, do something. But let's see on the next game. Hopefully on Sunday we win against Portland. They are decimated with injury as well. Hopefully this pick and roll to death is not an indication the teams are going to do it to us. Thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk about Bulls. Sometimes we talk about like good times, bad times, frustrations. But hey, at the end of the day, we all love the Bulls. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.